Hi, my name is David.
And I'm Sarah.
And welcome to I Make My Wife Watch. And today I'm going to make her watch Pieces. Have you seen this movie?
No.
Based on the title alone, what do you think the movie is about?
I think it's some kind of like murder thing that has to do with a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, okay. Jigsaw puzzle.
So like someone's trying to put together like the pieces
of
the puzzle, but also solve the crime.
It's pretty good.
Dead nuts? Not quite.
Little soft nuts.
Okay.
What would you want the plot to be? A movie called Pieces.
Well, you know my affinity for 90s horror movies.
Yes.
So I kind of want it to be something like that.
Okay.
Where someone says something like, that's it, Pieces. Or like, they have to say the title in the movie at some point.
All right, so you want the title in the movie.
I do. I would like that.
One thing about the movie, the tagline is, it's exactly what you think it is. Pieces.
Okay.
So, you're intrigued?
Wow. Well, I mean, it's not exactly what I think it is because I don't know what it is. So,
all right,
we'll see.
It's time to make my wife watch Pieces.
2, 3.
Hi.
Pieces.
Woo, Pieces, babe.
So there it is. There's the DVD cover. Hope that's everything that it's cracked up to be.
I mean, accurate, yeah, I would say. If I had seen this before we started, I would have had a better
You would have had a better idea. Yeah.
What's going on here?
Character does say pieces in the movie.
They
so
do. That-
you were pleased with that.
Fully satisfied.
Yeah.
And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put the pieces together.
Where did this filth come from?
I wonder what the hell he's doing with all the pieces that are missing.
Initial thoughts, and then we'll get into it.
I liked it. I thought it was a little slow.
Yeah.
There were times that I felt myself kind of like wanting to close my eyes and blink for longer, and then my lids wouldn't come back up as fast.
I was having a nightmare.
You were sleeping?
For those of you watching at home, you might notice that we look a little older. That's because we were supposed to do it all in one sitting, but midway, towards the end of the movie, you were like, I'm tapping out. I gotta go to bed.
I'm sorry.
So we did finish it today, and but
I
you
try
did
to do my makeup the same.
exactly
Except
the
for
same.
now we have a blanket here. You might have noticed.
What's your relationship with horror movies?
Not much, honestly.
Yeah.
Growing up, we didn't really watch a lot. We weren't allowed for a
Yeah.
long time. Like, I remember the first one I ever saw, I think, was Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is, there's like not really a lot of, well, I mean, there's a little bit of blood, but
Yeah, but it's not a gory movie.
no,
It's,
no.
Yeah.
Gory stuff is hard for me.
Yeah.
So this was a nice choice on your part because you really shoved me into the deep end.
You like scary movies.
I
You
like
Insidious. You
psychological
like
thrillers.
Midsummer. You like a lot of those.
Yes, I do.
You know, which a lot of those have some gore, but not like this is a little more. Pieces was directed by. You're gonna have to help me with this guy's name.
Oh, yeah. Juan Baquer Simon.
Yes, that guy. We'll just call him Juan. And it was written by Roberto Loyola and Dick Randall, who you'd recognize from the 1986 classic Slaughter High.
Nope.
Okay. It stars Christopher George, who was the main lieutenant.
Okay.
You recognize from Graduation Day. Nope. Enter the Ninja.
Okay.
Okay. Linda Day George, who was the policewoman / tennis player. You got it.
That was the most bizarre thing ever, but I'm sure we'll touch
Yeah,
on
you got a
that
kick out of
later.
that. Anyways, that's his wife in real life.
Okay, cool.
And he's dead. She's not. So we'll be experiencing that, I'm sure, one day in our life.
Yeah, you're going to die first,
Of
for
course,
sure.
absolutely.
100%.
My tombstone's already made, thank you.
Frank Banya was the guy that was not Leslie Nielsen, the other cop.
Okay, yeah.
And then Paul L. Smith was Willard.
Willard.
Willard, yeah. Okay.
Willard, all right. And then, of course, lastly I'll mention is Ian It Stinks Sarah.
It stinks.
It stinks.
Well,
It stinks.
He's from Pod People. It's a movie that they did on Mystery Science Theater. One of the first ones I remember watching for Mystery Science Theater.
What's the "it stinks"? What is that?
That's one of his famous lines.
It stinks.
We'll touch on that in a little
well,
bit.
you can't just drop something like that and have me just like keep going.
It stinks. The Italian title is Mil gritos tiene la noche, which translates into pieces.
All right, you're
No,
fired.
I don't know. What is it? I don't know what it translates. Yeah,
I don't know,
something of the
something
night.
of the night, yeah.
So the time period, of course, is the 1940s, which right off the bat, you immediately
80s,
were...
dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that outfit was 80s all the
The
way.
mother's outfit, straight 80s.
Yeah.
Well, we start off with the little boy who is putting the puzzle pieces together, and then his mom basically beats him for looking at what, by today's standards, we'd consider pretty tame.
I don't know.
No?
No, I don't think so. I was kind of taken
By
aback.
today's standards, though.
I guess.
You
I
open
mean,
the door on your, I think he might have been 10 years old. He's supposed to be a 10-year-old
Yeah,
boy, and he's
yeah.
on his phone looking at some,
Yeah, I'd be pretty shocked, I guess.
looking at some graphic stuff as opposed to just has a puzzle of a nude woman.
At least he's like doing an activity and not just on his phone.
So many activities.
At first, I thought maybe he didn't know what it was. And
Okay.
because he was just maybe like kind of slow or something.
Oh,
because
yeah.
he had no reaction on his face at
Yeah.
all to like putting together this naked woman.
He was
where
just doing a
he wasn't,
puzzle.
like furtively looking around, like, "Uh oh, mom's gonna walk in
No.
any minute." So I don't know. For some reason,
Yeah.
it didn't strike me as upsetting. I guess.
Yeah,
Even
and
though
then
it
when
was
she
a lot.
was upset, he seemed like, "What? I'm
And
doing
he
a
was
puzzle."
Like, "Bitch is a puzzle."
Answer me! Answer me! What I have to put up with!
I got pieces to finish.
So then he, of course, kills her with an axe.
That escalated quickly.
That escalated quickly.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
They find him in the closet, and he lies and says,
Yeah, he's like, "Mom."
Big man, mommy! Oh, damn me!
Like, you
"Mom."
bitch, lying bitch. Yeah.
We cut to a girl that's skateboarding.
That was weird.
She skates right through a mirror. And then we cut to the same girl in a park, and she's reading or studying.
Wait, it was the same girl?
It's the same girl.
Oh, I did
Now
not.
it's very confusing.
Yeah.
What it's supposed to be, and this might not have played that well. Maybe there were some scenes that they didn't film. Was she's skating when she crashes into the window or the glass? The dean sees her, and he flashes back to the mirror crashing to his
Okay.
mom's, and he sees all the pieces. He snaps, and he goes back to now.
Oh.
That's when the killing started because of that. That's like the inciting incident.
I did not pick up on
And
that.
then later on, you see her perfectly unscathed by the glass, just, studying.
Then how come she wasn't injured? Because she reacted like she was hurt really badly. She was
I-
like, "Ah!" And then all of a sudden she's fine.
Yeah, she's absolutely fine. And then when the dean saw that, he decided, I'm going to start my killing spree, and I'm going to start with her head. So he cuts off her head. She's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You.
And then this is where we start meeting all of the possible suspects, as it
Okay.
were. We're going to meet the professor with the creepy mustache.
There's our favorite professor. How'd you like to make it with him, Susan?
Are you kidding?
And all the girls like him, and there's like a weird, creepy scene.
What are the pectorals?
My friends all laugh at me.
Yeah, the pectoral muscles. bit.
Yeah.
Here. Right here.
And he was like, here and here.
Got milk?
The cops meet up with Dean, and he has the professor show them around, and he shows them a skull from a 16-year-old girl.
Which is very weird.
Very weird. And these are all, red
herrings.
herrings
Red
to
herrings.
just throw us off.
Yep.
And then the dean confronts Willard,
Willard.
Willard.
who is the greensman, the greenskeeper.
Andre the Giant.
They want you to think he's the killer so bad, you know he's not,
Oh,
right?
yeah, because he's so obvious.
Yeah.
It's never the person you most suspect. It's also never the person you least suspect.
And then we, of course, have Kendall, who all the girls love.
You know Alicia? That blonde in anthropology?
You made her too? Wow, Kendall, how do you do it?
I just whistle and they come running.
Yeah, I was having a hard time with that. I think the standards are different once again,
Yeah. Kendall then gets a note. He's in the library, gets a note to meet him at the pool from a girl.
But he doesn't get it.
Well, he gets it. No, he gets the note, and then he
No.
throws it away. And then
No.
the killer this is what from what I remember. Maybe I'm wrong. And the killer, you see the hand, see the note, and then he gets another note that he has to go somewhere else. Right?
What I thought happened was she like whispered in his ear, like, I want to do it underwater.
I want to do it underwater. See you in the pool.
And then she threw it towards the trash
bin,
but it missed and it fell on the ground and he didn't pick it up.
Okay.
The killer grabbed it before he could. That's what I thought happened.
Okay. In any case, the killer intercepts the note, so he knows where she's going to be.
Yeah.
It gets a little convoluted at this point in the story to me.
Why don't you explain this to me like I'm 5?
But then we have the awesome scene of the girl swimming in the swimming pool.
Yeah, with the boots, the half boots.
Yeah, with the half boots.
Yeah,
was she wearing half boots?
Remember, it took her like 12 minutes to get her jeans off, and then like she carefully removed her half boots, and I was like, oh, those are cute. And she had her bikini ready like underneath.
Yeah,
but
ready
then
to go.
Immediately took it off.
Yeah.
By the way, I think a lot of the girls in this movie were like dancers because they had like these long legs, and she had like turn out when she would stand, as if like, and then they had that whole scene later. But anyways,
you're correct. Well, I'll kind of give you some info
okay.
on that, but you're right on the money about them being dancers.
Yup.
I thought it was strange that she was just like nude swimming in which I assume is a public pool, right? Or
like the school pool.
The school pool?
Yeah.
You went to college, right?
I did.
Did you have a pool?
I don't know. I think so, yeah. We weren't really that sports minded. It was more about theater and the arts.
Acting!
Oh yeah, then she's doing her Little Mermaid impersonation, which I thought was...
Yeah, she forgot the hair flip.
Yeah, she didn't do the hair flip. She failed.
Stupid.
She's killed in the pool with
a net, a skimmer.
Pool skimmer. Seemed pretty easy to escape from.
Yeah, very easy. I was like, bitch, just swim down. Swim down back into the water and around.
Down and around.
Down
and you're alive.
You're out of the net.
She dies. He cuts her torso.
Yeah, is she the torso?
She's the torso.
Okay.
And then you see Willard again, or as you called him, Pavarotti.
Yeah. Yeah, dead rigger.
And he apparently likes to walk around with shears.
Yeah,
with gardening shears.
Holding those shears.
He like walks in the pool and just has gardening shears.
Yeah, his face is also always like...
Hold it! Or I'll blow your brains out.
One is winking. Like,
yeah, he's like ready to come at you.
Yeah. So you kept asking if he's a famous wrestler. Because at that time, the cops show up and there's this big wrestling match. And he
was huge.
He's a big dude and he moves like a wrestler. Well, I looked into it. He's not a wrestler.
Damn it.
It's just an actor.
Okay.
And at this point of the movie, you said it's the professor because he walks in and he said, "Is this the weapon?"
Yeah, he grabbed the
and he grabs it,
which looked like he was trying to like place his prints in front of them.
Don't touch it, Professor. You could have destroyed some evidence.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
I was going back and forth between Dean and Professor, but then I sort of settled on Professor.
Yeah, this was the part where you were like, "It's the professor." You called it.
The person I most medium suspect.
This is where the cops ask the dean if they can have some undercover women come in to be undercover at the school.
Yeah.
You want to place 2 of your policewomen on my staff.
There have been 2 murders now. That maniac is going to kill again.
I don't know why they need an undercover woman there.
Well, it's weird because usually an undercover woman, whatever that is a cop. That just happens to be going undercover. It's not like a tennis player who they're going to like quickly make into a cop.
No, I think she was a cop.
But
Kendall sees her. He says, "Hey, I never miss a match you play."
yeah, he identifies
She's like,
her
"What are you
as
doing
a
here?"
tennis
Yeah, it's a tennis
player.
player. And she's like, "This is what else I do."
So her day job is she's a
She's like-
professional cop? That's insane. No.
Her day job, professional cop and
That's
tennis
like
player
me
by
being
night.
like, I'm a famous actress, but I still work at this diner all the time.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a thing.
So you just
All
proved
right.
you just proved it.
You're right. I didn't think tennis player would be the side gig.
What's a tennis champion doing in this place?
This place is my living.
Mary's going to work undercover at the university.
And then we have the dance scene
Mm-hmm.
where they're dancing to a knockoff of Funky Town.
Or something like that. What's the one that's like... Talk about it. That one.
That's Funky Town.
Is it?
That's way funky.
Gotta move on. Oh, I think it goes into Funky Town. It's the same song. I just couldn't get there fast
Yeah.
enough. Gotta move on.
You were on the Funky Freeway and you exited to Funky Town.
Oh.
I
am a victim of a hate crime.
And this is kind of where all those dancers that were dancing in there, the director originally wanted them to dance naked.
Oh.
And they're all real dancers. Carmen Aguado, who wasn't an actress, rather an actual aerobics instructor they hired for the part, refused and informed him that dance classes weren't usually done in the nude as dancers wear tights.
Yeah, that's definitely a man choice.
Yeah.
What you're saying is extremely misogynistic.
Yes. Thank you.
And then that's also where we meet Kendall's moose knuckle.
Oh my god. That was the most insane penis and ball situation I've ever seen. Pressed against those brown pants, they look like they were trying to bust out.
Yeah, it was...
Yeah, I don't know why anyone didn't notice that. They're
Yeah.
like, hey Kendall, like, tuck your balls in. He's really Mr. Belvedere in that one. Yeah.
I think that's what they wanted. I think the point was...
He's supposed to be like a sex
I think, yes.
god.
I think his character, not jump into the end, but, when the hand grabs him and rips... I think that's...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you like to say, something for the ladies.
So the cops ask Kendall to keep an eye on Mary.
Watch out for Mary, in case she needs any help.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's a weird... If she's a cop,
Yeah.
she's there to keep an eye on everybody.
I know. They definitely, made her the tennis player, not the cop.
And then there's a news reporter character that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go into the tennis match scene.
Okay. And I loved that one.
Which, I don't know, you might find this shocking, but the actress who plays Mary Riggs is not a tennis player.
Ah, I didn't know.
Yeah. Now we have some puzzle time. We have some puzzle action. Puzz 3D. Remember Puzz 3D?
Oh, I loved Puzz 3D. Yeah. That the Eiffel Tower, that one was hard.
I think if they remade this movie, they would have to do Puzz.
That's
Puzz
how
3D.
they're updating
Yeah.
it to Puzz 3D.
Have like a life-size Puzz 3D of a woman.
Her boobs are sticking out in 3 dimensions. That would be cool.
It's going up, Puzz 3D, going up.
Now we go back to the jazzercise Jane Fonda dance moves. And then you were commenting on the dancer who, with her shoes, when she was getting dressed to leave.
Her character shoes. You never wear those outside. Those are only for the studio. Classic dancer mistake.
She runs away. Then, as she escapes, she sees the killer and she knows the killer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's somebody that we probably all know at that point.
Wait, she does know him?
Yeah.
Oh, dear, sir, he made me jump.
And then you see him walk in with a chainsaw.
Like he was hiding it
Like he was hiding it beforehand.
A concealed weapon?
Yeah.
No.
He cuts her pits off, and Kendall hears the screams and runs out.
Come on!
And this is when we notice Kendall's shoes. He's wearing.
Oh, yeah, he's got bitch boots on. He looks like he's dressed up like a Halloween witch.
Yeah.
Like those pointy-toed, high-heeled, he needs those striped socks.
And there was a time where it was fashionable for men to wear shoes with a little bit of a lift.
My Kleenex shoes were a huge conversation piece, but man, my dogs are barking.
This is at a point where the ambulance shows up and it says Boston on the side.
Oh, yeah,
and
I totally forgot we were in Boston.
Yeah, you were like, oh, yeah, we're in Boston, because the movie does not give Boston vibes.
It does not.
There's no scenes at Fenway Park.
No, there's no landscape, outdoors, familiar landmarks. And I know Boston, babe.
Yeah, I went to school in Boston.
That's right.
Yeah. There's no Dunkin' Donuts. Cops are instead eating Wendy's at one point.
That's right.
Dude, this is a Wendy's restaurant.
Could I just have a Frosty and a baked potato, please?
You have to come to the restaurant to order food.
Well, I'll send somebody to pick it up. Just have it ready.
It's ready now.
There's this really cool shot where all the suspects are just standing there, and I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that was cool.
Frame it so to remind everybody these are the suspects.
This movie had everything.
We cut to Kendall, and he's in bed with the girl, and
yeah,
we not only get moose knuckle.
Oh, we got full.
We get full male frontal nudity.
We did. I was shocked. You can't see it a lot. It's in shadow.
It's pretty good.
Oh, Halbert! Wow! Border Patrol! Arrest that man!
Yeah, you can definitely see the curvature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had a problem with our Blu-ray, so we did have to stream it. But I fixed the Blu-ray issue, so.
We had to stream it. That's a penis joke.
Who's getting a boner?
Then this is where he tells her to be quiet because she wants more.
Shut up, will ya? You want to wake up the whole college hollering like that?
I want more.
And he says to be quiet, and she says, you can gag me if you want.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Where are you going? What if you gagged me, huh? I wouldn't make any noise then.
I wonder who wrote that line. Is that a director's choice or an improv by the actress?
A lot of the dialogue was improvised.
Talk! Just talk! Shut up!
And then all of a sudden, Bruce Lee shows up.
Oh, yeah, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Wait, was that actually Bruce Lee?
Yeah, that's actually Bruce Lee. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Why is he in the movie?
Well, it's Bruce Lee. It's spelled L-E. But it is technically Bruce Lee. And when he popped up, you said, what the f*** is going on?
Yeah, I was very confused.
You were
by
very
that
confused
cameo.
by that cameo.
Mm-hmm.
And
Made
did you...
0 sense to the plot.
Yeah, 0 sense. Did you think it was actually Bruce Lee, or were you just not sure?
Well, yeah, I feel really stupid and ignorant when I talk about this because
you're not a Bruce Lee
You're right.
fan.
I should know what he looks like and
no.
think that every really professional martial artist who happens to be Asian is Bruce Lee.
Possibly Bruce Lee.
So that's on me.
Hey, where's my girl?
You know I am.
I do. Hi. I just haven't hugged you in a while.
I don't know if you've seen a Bruce Lee movie. You've only seen
maybe
clips.
Like one, but I think the problem was
Yeah.
he was really good, and it was such an awkward cameo that I was like, oh, he has to be famous.
Yeah,
for him to be like
wedged
shoehorned
in.
into
Yeah.
this movie like this. Yeah.
So yeah.
So I thought it could have been Bruce Lee because maybe someone had a connection to him. Was like, hey, can you be in this movie for 5 seconds? And he was like, yes.
And same haircut, same outfit that Bruce Lee would wear.
Swinging Bob.
Yeah, swinging Bob. There was a whole thing called Bruce-sploitation movies. I don't know if you're aware of this. When Bruce Lee died, it left this gap and people wanted more. So there was so many actors that they just changed their name to Bruce Lee L.I. and they just kept making these movies as like homages to Bruce Lee.
I'm just a big eater.
And then Kendall shows up on a motorcycle, and then Bruce Lee says something about how he had some bad chop suey, which...
Oof, canceled these days.
Something I eat. Bad chop suey. So long. Take it easy.
It was funny too. When he was on the ground, he looked like he was in like ready to hop up position.
Yeah, but he
like
was
his
waiting.
arms were here. He was like waiting for his cue.
Yeah.
Which also made me laugh. But...
Yeah, it almost looked like he thought he was off camera.
Yeah, like
And then he was
like,
gonna
you're not
pop
in the
up.
frame.
You're not in the frame, Bruce.
You're okay.
Bad chop suey.
And then the reporter watches them all leave. This is when she goes into the school, and she opens the sauna and sees the chainsaw just sitting there.
Yeah, then she goes and she's like, well,
I've done my job.
there's a chainsaw.
Great reporting.
Gotta go.
The killer switches to a knife
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason.
The credit
and
knife.
She goes into the waterbed. I didn't really go to college. Shocking. Do most colleges have a waterbed?
No, I think it was like a physical therapy thing.
Okay.
Right? And that's like a tool that they used maybe in the 80s to like condition the muscles.
So she gets stabbed on the waterbed.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. There was a lot of blood, and like her body was just like floating under the water and like moving all around really grossly. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of upsetting. It was effective.
And then she gets stabbed like right in the head, and it comes out of her mouth.
I didn't like that.
There's one part where he stabs her back and the knife bends. You
Oh, I
probably
didn't
didn't
see
catch
it.
that. Yeah.
Well, I probably didn't catch that.
Wow. Because we're not watching the Blu-ray version.
The Blu-ray, we get to see penises and bendy knives.
Yes.
Got it.
That's the same thing, the same word.
That's what you call a
That's
penis?
redundant. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
bendy
it's
knife.
my bendy knife. Gotta go drain the old bendy knife. I'll be back.
Gross. That's not gross. It is a human body. What is your problem?
The other tennis player that plays tennis against Mary,
Yes.
we
The
get
long
her shower scene, which
Yes.
is very gratuitous.
I could feel her being uncomfortable when she was changing.
Yep.
Like you could see her like sucking in her body, which was so crazy because she's adorable. But
Yeah.
I was just like, oh God.
You kind of feel that, yeah.
I felt her being uncomfortable.
Yeah, and you should feel that because she was the daughter of the wardrobe person.
Oh, don't like that at all.
And from what I've read, research I've read is she wanted to be an actor, so, you know, the wardrobe person was like, hey, this is my daughter, and the director was like, looks good to me. So he put her in that role. She wasn't supposed to be naked. She was supposed to be already just finished putting her clothes on, and then she gets murdered.
Yeah.
But the director was like, no, I think you should be showering.
Who is this guy? This perv.
What you're saying is extremely misogynistic.
Yes. Thank you.
The part where she gets cut in half, that was actually a pig. It was a dead pig.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it was a little cute baby pig. It was already dead.
Well,
they didn't kill the pig. They bought it like dead.
Oh god, that's so
and
gross.
Then they put the shorts that she was wearing.
She's wearing like blue long, like Adidas pants.
So they held the pig up and they put those up on the pig, cinched them nice and tight.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean to get the shot?
To get the
I
shot.
thought you meant like as a joke before they started filming. They like put the pants on it and like took pictures, and I was like, that's.
No, just for the special effects.
They probably did, but
yeah.
Oh god, that's awful.
I wanted to eat a pig in a blanket. In a blanket.
And then Willard shows up to help turn off the music. Doesn't have the keys, so they eventually turn off that annoying music that's going.
Someone took his keys. Remember?
Someone took his keys. That's right. He said, "These aren't my keys.
These aren't my keys."
These aren't my keys.
And then Mary screams, "3 bastards."
Yeah, 3 bastards.
The lousy bastard was in there killing her! Bastard! Bastard! Bastard!
What I felt like happened is that the director was like, I need 3 bastards. It has to be 3. And she probably argued with him a little bit, and that's why there are all those like pauses and hesitations.
Yeah.
Because as an actor, I think it feels uncomfortable to just do that.
Just to
like scream.
Bastard!
And it's all dubbed, so yeah.
Totally right. I feel bad for the woman who was dubbing that scene in the booth that had to like watch her mouth and be like, bastard!
One more bastard.
Bastard!
One more bastard.
Bastard!
So the killer puts the shoes on and realizes they don't fit. So now Mary goes to meet up with the dean at his headquarters after. at his quarters.
Home?
His home.
Say, where can I find the dean about now?
You'll find him in his quarters around 7 tonight.
Dean's quarters.
I like
She goes.
But it's like me saying, like, okay, work is over. Time to go back to our headquarters.
Yeah, time to go back to our headquarters.
No.
And then Kendall goes to help the sergeant go through his files.
Hi, Sergeant. Where do you want me to start?
So you want to play policeman?
Cut back to Dean. He's making her some coffee.
I expect you'd prefer coffee.
Yes, that would be fine.
Your coffee.
And she drinks it super fast.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's like it wasn't even hot.
Yeah. She should at least be like, hey, why is this coffee lukewarm?
Do it for the audience.
Yeah.
Like, just mime the blow or something. It's acting 101.
Mary asks Dean about Professor Brown.
Right.
And he says he's homosexual.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She doesn't bat an eye, by the way.
Professor Brown, you see, is a homosexual. But as long as he doesn't break the rules, that's his affair.
If I was gay, I would be the most flamboyant gay you've ever seen.
So they realize the dean is the killer, and it's very quick how they discover it. It's not like they have to put the pieces together. You know, normally it's like, oh, the dean's mother's maiden name was this, and his name has been changed to this, and there's...
Oh, there's one more thing, sir.
Some sort of solving
like
of the
an
case.
Epiphany of,
yes.
But not immediately, and then the movie
Just
ends.
immediate. They get a phone call.
Thank you. The dean's the one.
It took way too long to get there.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it should have been like a little bit more of that peppered in throughout.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like, oh shit, we gotta
reveal
go. Who Pieces is. So they quickly told us, this is Pieces.
Oh, you're calling the bad guy Pieces.
He's Pieces, man. That was his nickname. Dean.
Apparently, his mother was chopped up when he was a kid.
Mary. She said she was going to see him at 7 o'clock.
Holy Mother of God. Come on, let's go.
They head to the dean's right away. Now it's a chase there, and now Mary is... Incapacitated.
I can't seem to move right.
That's the effect of the drug I gave you. You can, of course, hear everything I say, can't you? But you can't move. Of course.
my number one nightmare that
Yeah.
I have, where like in my dreams I cannot move, but I'm still hearing and seeing things. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
rough. Yeah.
And then he starts to like Tarantino her feet. He's like really.
Because they're the prized feet.
They're the
gonna
prized
be
feet.
saved,
They
right?
fit.
That's the last
Yeah,
piece
that's the last piece.
to the Frankenstein's monster puzzle.
Exactly. You thought he snapped her foot.
Oh yeah, they did a sound effect. It sounded like he broke her foot. I was like, how terrifying is that to have someone like break your legs when you're conscious?
Yeah.
So that would have been scary to me.
The cops bust in with Kendall.
Yep.
Now he's deputized. And
Honorary. He's got that plastic badge like you had as a kid.
Mary.
And they find Mary comatose. And they can't find the dean after what wasn't really a thorough investigation.
No, he basically went like, no one's here.
There's no sign of him, Lieutenant.
And then you notice she's doing some really good eye acting.
Oh yeah, she's just like,
Mary
she's trying
Riggs.
to like point with her eyes places,
Yeah.
which I was like, oh shit, he's over there.
And of course, the dean flies out, attacks Kendall. Cops shoot him, headshot.
Yeah, that was kind of weird to me because I thought they were behind him.
Yeah.
So it was odd to me when he got shot here.
Forehead.
What happened to your head when you got hit? Back to the left. There had to have been a second spitter.
And then they find the jigsaw puzzle, which
Jigsaw puzzle. It's not the jigsaw puzzle. It's the jigsaw puzzle.
the jigsaw puzzle.
Emphasis on the puzzle.
Jigsaw puzzle.
For kids of all ages. She's not bad, Sergeant.
And they don't seem to have like a. They just are like, hey, look, it's a puzzle.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this little smut, this little smut kid.
Never thought the dean would collect something like this. Real freak.
Of course, the Pieces Girl, the live puzzle version, the Puzz 3D.
God.
She comes flying out. That kind of got
That
you.
honestly got me. I thought it was really gross and definitely didn't know it was gonna. Because I was like, oh, that makes sense the whole
Yeah.
time. That's
Yeah.
what we've been building up to.
Yes.
But then you kind of forget about it because you're so fixated on
Just-
Pieces himself.
Yes.
And not on his creations.
Yeah, you said grotesque.
It
Is
was.
what you said.
It was
Yeah.
grotesque, especially when she hit the floor. Her arm kind of like blobbled around like a real human, but the little scar tissue like.
You know, Oscar's allowed to wear sandals, but I'm not allowed to wear open-toed shoes.
Meredith, your boob is out.
Then there's the great tag at the end where you think it's all over, and all of a sudden, what do we call her? Because he's Pieces. She's not Pieces. I thought she would be Pieces.
I'd say she's Frankensteina.
She's his creation.
Puppet.
Yeah.
His mom puppet.
And
His Muppet.
and the hand flies up and grabs Kendall's
Moose knuckle.
moose knuckle.
Yeah, a good callback.
And there's a squeeze, and it just like explodes in blood.
It was gross. It was really gross.
So obviously that person's not alive.
No, no way.
There's no way. So is that? Do you think that's a dream he's having, or do you think that's the ghost of Poontang past? I don't know.
Wow, that was
Just-
good. I don't know, because it's weird, because the whole time you kind of see him as a good character, a hero.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't make sense to me. I think what it was is just some artsy thing from the director. Where he was
Okay.
like, I want this at the end. Even though
One
it
more
doesn't-
scare.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense unless it is supposed to be like a Frankenstein's monster, where he's
Yeah.
like pieced it back together and figured out a way to make it alive.
Okay.
Because he's like, remember, or maybe that's his mom coming back. Is that what you're saying? The ghost of his mom?
It could be the ghost of his mom. Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty gross.
The director also directed a movie called Extraterrestrial Visitors, 1983, which is the movie called Pod People that was riffed on Mystery Science Theater 3000. And Extraterrestrial Visitors is a ripoff of what movie?
E.T., I'm guessing? Or
No, Godfather. No, I'm kidding. It's E.T. It's a ripoff of E.T.
Oh.
But I'm the Godfather.
You are not the Godfather.
And there's a scene that is famous, which I said earlier, it stinks.
Oh, yeah.
Well? It stinks.
It stinks! Guess the Rotten Tomato score. The correct answer within 5, you win a kiss.
Wow. Within 5%?
Within 5.
21%.
43%.
All right.
Bye.
Go.
Final thoughts? Is this movie a recommend to you?
I would recommend it for the sheer like shock factor of some of the scenes.
Yeah.
I don't think I will watch it again.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I'd be able to sit down and focus and watch it again.
And then on a scale of 1 to 3 bastards, what do you give this?
3 bastards.
You give it 3 bastards. Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, that wraps up I Make My Wife Watch. We'll have another movie very soon. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy our content, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
It stinks.
Wah, wah, wah.